Greetings, programs. This is Wretch. Welcome back to Between Horizons. And in the last episode, guys, Stella got a very unwilling promotion to head of security on board the Zephyr after the tragic death of her father right here in this corridor. We are at the scene of the crime. However, that is not the crime that Stella is currently investigating. We have two open cases. One, we need to figure out this mysterious letter that basically gives the idea that there's a dissident movement going on board the Zephyr. We need to figure out who the suspicious letter was addressed to and also where the paper came from, because paper is not used everywhere on the ship. Now, we are back down here. We're actually going to be traveling to these three hidden locations to see what they are. Now, did we already have a chat with... Yeah, Tonio. So let's see what's over here. RoboCop. What are you two doing here?
Captain told us to keep an eye out. The hidden compartment where the letter was found is just down the hall from here. We're keeping an eye on it from a distance in case someone else comes to check on it.
Good. And nothing to say. Maintenance room. They said the alcove was over here, right? Yes, indeed. Wall compartment. Now, we wanted to check and see if there was anything else there, but apparently not. Public area. Cannot go into the maintenance room. What about over here? Power node B. Recycling center. That might be a good place to throw away evidence. Isaac. Hello, Engineer Isaac.
Huh? Oh, Chief. Sorry, I didn't hear you coming. Crew member down here in the hull to... What do I owe the pleasure?
I'm investigating a security matter.
I see. Well, welcome to the club of people working on arrival day. Feel free to look around here, but please don't touch anything. If you'll excuse me, I have to take care of the tubes here before another accident happens.
We have met Isaac. Oh, wait a minute. What was that? I saw something. Paper trail, recycling times. Evidence. Maybe I can find out where paper was recycled at which time today. Paper... 602, 604, and 505. Oh, we probably... Can we look at... Dashboard communications with Rose? We may actually have to ask them about that, like where they were at all of those particular times, because that could definitely narrow down our subjects. That's a strange segue. Oh, hello, lady. Okay, so we are all the way up here. At least we have fast access. The Art Institute. Transportation station. Looks like there's some sort of festivity going on over there. Check it out when we can. School. And a bar right above the school. Oh, a cafe. Into the residential area. You know, this actually has some Metroidvania vibes to it. You gotta find something to lead you to a new area. It's cool. Y'all know how much I love Metroidvanias if you follow the channel. Why'd she have cheese on her head? She a Packers fan?
Welcome, everybody. Settle down, please. You all know me. I'm Teacher Mariola. I'm also a member of the Ethics Committee. I feel particularly honored to be giving this year's address because it's a very special arrival day. Today, we celebrate the Zephyr's arrival in exactly 100 years. But that's not the only number I have for you. You can imagine that, as a teacher, I like to do a little math now and then. 1,300 people are aboard this ship at all times, give or take. In other words, we spend a collective 1,300 years of our lives here, every year. In 100 years, this number would have grown to 130,000 years. That is well over 1 million hours. Taking into account the 33 years we have already been here, that makes 1.5 million hours. Now, let's face it, you haven't spent all these hours being our most productive. We've been asleep for about a third of them. It may seem that most of our hours, nothing of importance is happening. We do our jobs and follow our routines. But that's not true. Everything each of us does here is important. We are on the Zephyr. We bring humanity out to the stars, and we are bringing the stars to humanity. Nothing we do is ever mundane because we do it light years away from home. Never forget that. However, this does not mean we shouldn't be doing our best to make each of those hours count. The mission is as fragile as it is important. There is no room for slip-ups or slacking off. And frankly, anything less than 100% dedication doesn't befit pioneers like ourselves. So the next time you find yourself tired or unmotivated or scared, remember these words. We have 1.5 million hours to give to the mission, but all of it could be undone in just one. Spend those hours wisely, fill them with commitment and purpose and dignity. Happy Arrival Day! Chief Stella, how did you like my speech? I liked it. I think it reminded everybody of some important things. I never thought about how many hours we spend out here. I hoped it would give some people food for thought.
Yes, indeed. There's a gym. Of course there's a gym. Why wouldn't there be? Checking, looks like we got one thing over here and one over here. So much room for activities. Ooh. Paper chase. Devrin. A small plaque next to the entrance to the activities room in the public area. Current activities, authentic Earth experiences to celebrate Arrival Day. Only under supervision. Caretaker Devrin. A historian by trade, he makes sure that everything is in order in the Earth Museum and in the adjacent activities room. I mean, that would make sense. Keypad for the activities room. So we can't get in there right now, huh? Interesting. Earth Museum.
Historian Baptist, you look upset. Is something the matter? Oh, Chief, I'll be fine. I just need a minute. Did something happen? It's just... We're going to show this year's messages from Earth after the show. The captain only just forwarded them to us, and I was going over all the files. It seems like this year a lot of personal messages from friends and family were included. When I heard that, I really expected to find one from my own kids. But it seems they didn't send one. So I wondered, is it really possible that they couldn't be bothered? But I don't think that's it. I know I haven't seen them in a long time, but it's really out of character for them to pass up such an opportunity. Do you think they're in some kind of trouble? Earth would have notified us, right? I'm sorry, I really don't know. I know that Earth notified us about close relatives dying in previous years, but other than that... I don't think they're dead, of course, so who could have stopped them from sending a message? Well, guess is as good as mine. Whatever got in the way this time around, I'm sure they'll be included next year. I hope you're right. I guess this is going to bother me for at least a year now. I should head back inside. We're setting everything up for tonight. They're probably wondering where I went. Of course. Please don't worry too much. Mom tried to tell us something in her message. Maybe this has something to do with it? Were they not allowed to speak? Does everyone on Earth know something we don't? Now, we definitely need to explore all of these. Okay, and that leads back to the brig. Earth Museum. Oh, we can't go in there yet. Boo. Let's see if we can head into anywhere here. Oh, for some reason I can't go into the gymnasium. Is it because I decided to go to the museum first? Choose your destiny. Need to figure that out. Historian. The caretaker. Okay, well, let's try out the art museum. Recycler. Paper leftovers. 495 grams of paper are left this week at the Art Institute. Liana. Oh, Chief, hi! The Art Institute is already closed for the day, but feel free to look around during our Arrival Day exposition, if you like. I'll stay here for a while anyway. No plans for Arrival Day later? No, it's just, I've been a little introspective lately. Introspective? Everything alright? I've been helping a lot with the Arrival Day preparations like every year, but it's made me think about my role here. Maybe you're not the right person to ask this, but... Ask what? What would you say is the role of art in a society, and by extension the role of an artist? I'm not sure I understand the question. I mean, is art there to uphold the system it exists in? Or to challenge it? It depends on the system, wouldn't you say? If it's good, art should help uphold it. If it's bad, art should be critical of it. That's a diplomatic response, but is a system ever just good or bad? I'll need to think about it some more. Hey, I've been meaning to ask you, how's Chi-Chi doing? She's back to her old self. Thank you for asking. That's good to hear. Worrying about your pet is the worst. Yeah, I'm glad it's over. Happy Arrival Day. Happy Arrival Day. Our top suspect.
So maybe we should see if we can go to the school. We are going to be thorough here, folks. So you don't have to worry about it, okay? I'm sure you'll make an excellent contribution to the mission. In fact, you're already doing so every day. Okay. Good. Then get back out there whenever you're ready. Hey, Stella. Always working, huh? Yeah, well, I saw Darren walking away crying, so I had a little chat with him. Mariella told him the other day that if his bad performance at school continued, he would bring no merit to the mission. Sheesh. When he heard her speech just now, he projected some of it onto himself. I see. It's very nice of you to cheer him up. I consider it part of my job as a teacher. Anyway, that Arrival Day event is starting soon. Until then, I'll be at the cafe in case you want to join me. I need to get out of here. Sorry. Let's chat upstairs. Sure, I understand. Paper leftovers. Classes timetable. Ooh. And a recycler. Okay. We have a timetable here. Classes take place from 8 to 12 in the morning and resume from 2 to 5 in the afternoon. Oh, so a 2-hour break for lunch. That's nice. Okay, so what was the timing of... We needed to check something. Here we go. So paper at 6:02, paper at 6:04. That gives an hour. And then 260 grams. Oh, actually, 255 grams, 255 grams of paper. And then 260 grams of paper. We had that 495. Maybe that 5 is just enough to make that sheet. Stella, good to see you. Sorry I took off so quickly earlier. How are you? I'm good. Come on. I've known you long enough. What's the matter? I just miss my dad, you know? I know how much you've always looked up to him. I can only imagine how hard it is to find your footing again, but I know you will. Yeah, you're probably right. As always. Thank you. Always. I'm trying to remember back to the actual attack when it happened. When her dad died. What that character looked like underneath the hood. I guess I could probably just watch it back. We have some undiscovered areas. Leave no stone unturned. We'll try not to. Ooh. Oh, look at all the vines and such. That's pretty good. So, got one location here and one location here. Lewis's bunk. So we get access to this, but not the... Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought... Isn't this Lewis's bunk? It's my son's bunk. He's not here right now. Was he expecting you? Not exactly. Mind if I take a look around? Huh? No, not at all. Feel right at home. I'm sure Lewis will be back soon. So, Stella, how's your father? He died in an accident about a month ago. You didn't know? What? No. Oh, no. My dear William, I'm so sorry. How are you holding up? It's okay. I'm fine. You really
Missed all of it? The accident? The funeral? It was a pretty big deal. I suppose I did. I'm really sorry. No need to apologize. I'll stick around for a moment if that's okay.
I wonder if she has memory issues. Note to Xena. And that's pretty much it. What's the note to Xena? Mom, please stay in here. Do not go out without me. Yeah. So maybe certain things they haven't been able to fix yet. And that must be a big secret to keep that from even Stella and everyone else. Yes, we scan. Put that suit to good use. You know it. What is this? Oh, an alternate walkway? Oh. I see. So we still got multiple other areas here to explore in the residentials. Asher's bunk. Can't go there yet. I assume that Asher is a suspect we haven't met yet. Rose's bunk. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what we got here. I like the decor. Red roses. Janitor's board. Oh, we could probably check out the timing, huh? A display that keeps Rose up to date on her task aboard the ship. The latest message on the board is from earlier today. It reads, "I've spilled down here. Could you help me real quick? Much appreciated. Isaac." People are allowed to grow their own plants, but very few engage in it because the conditions on the ship make it very difficult. I don't see any other evidence that would give us that impression. It looks like the hospital. It looks like we got one more location down here. Props to all the folks at Digitales. This game is... the 2.5D style is great, but some folks can mess it up sometimes. Or not mess it up necessarily, but sometimes it can be too busy. But this is class. There's a fast travel. What's going on over here? The Sky Bar. Ah. Michio. Chief, you here for the party? Hi, everybody.
Chief?
Hey, Stella. You want a drink? Or are you just here to snoop on us? I'm working. Sorry. Snooping, then. Why don't you ever share a bottle with us lonely folk? You know, I really would like to take some time off once in a while. Is there really so much crime happening in this village-sized ship? I mean, like you're ever at your job, Michio? Low blow, Nava. Well, I have to get going. I'm sure all that crime doesn't stop itself. Dude, shut up. What's with the boot licking all of a sudden?
Be nice, Nava.
I'll, leave you guys to it.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. Like, it was playful, but at the same time, a little bit, had some spice to it. So let's go ahead and... We're still locked out of that area. We went to the brig. Security office, captain's office. Well, that's still blocked off. We could have gone... I'm kind of curious as to why... Here. Oh, and the arrival day festivities have ended. Just cannot go in there yet at all. And the keypad. Maybe it's time to go back and talk to them and see if they have anything, any information that we can... Still can't go there. Oh, wait a minute. Hi.
Are you waiting for the event to start? That's right, Chief. I'm actually going to be part of the event. I need to head back inside soon. I'm just here for moral support.
And I promised Devrin I'd drop by. Are you coming, Chief?
Maybe. I still have some things to take care of.
Maybe that's our way in. So maybe it's time that we go ahead and show some of this evidence off. Janitor's board?
I found a message on the board in your bunk. Isaac asked you to come down into the inner hull and clean up a spill. You were in my bunk? I mean, I suppose it's okay if you need to take a look around, but you could have asked. The Codex allows me to do so in this situation. Did you go and clean up that spill? Yes. Yes, I did. See, I had a good reason to be in the inner hull B. That's when I saw the loose panel in the hallway. Why didn't you mention Isaac's message earlier? I didn't think of it. This whole ordeal has made me so nervous, dear. Well, the timing of this message does seem to line up. You found the note a short while later. See, I told you, it was just a coincidence.
Maybe.
I talked to your mother. She was at your bunk earlier.
At my bunk? What were you doing there?
My job.
Since when can the crew enter people's bunks on a suspicion?
Come on, Lewis. There's little more than a suspicion.
She was probably happy to see you.
She was. Lewis, she needs to go see a doctor.
What are you talking about? Mom's doing fine.
Then why are you hiding her at your place?
You must have misunderstood something.
You know the rules. Xena may have to move into assisted living.
You mean we should lock her away?
Aren't you already doing that? She'd receive the care she needs, and
my mom left her husband behind on Earth to be here. That's how much she believed in it. Just to be locked away with the crazies for the rest of her life? Where I can visit her twice a week? Where she can only leave if a staff member feels like accompanying her? This is how she'll be repaid for giving her entire life to this mission?
I'm sorry, Lewis. She has severe cognitive problems. You know how dangerous they can get for everyone on board the ship. If she goes out unattended and...
I'm looking after her. She won't leave the bunk without me. Please, Stella, don't tell anyone about this. I'll get her to a doctor if it keeps getting worse. Please don't take away the time we can still spend together. You just lost your dad. You have to understand how I feel.
Is this why you're communicating with these people? Because you're hoping they'll change things and protect Xena in some way? It's you, right? They've been talking to you.
You know what? Fine. A few days ago, I found an anonymous letter in my bunk. Somebody must have slid it under my door while I was at work. They asked me if I was dissatisfied with the situation on the Zephyr, and if I wanted to have a bigger say in how things are going. They instructed me to lean my doormat against the door in an upright position that night, as a sign that I wanted to learn more. So that's what I did. Seriously? That's treason, Lewis. What are you on about? I didn't breach the Codex in any way. I just wanted to know what these guys were up to, okay? The next letter showed up in my locker at work. I was instructed to write an answer on the back and leave it in a specific place. They described the precise location of a wall in the inner hull B. That's where I sent and received the subsequent letter. And Enforcer Bodo caught you on the way there? Yes. So you lied to me. What would you have done in my place? I'll need to take a detailed statement of this whole exchange, but right now time is running out. Do you have any idea who's sending these messages and what their goals are? No, they didn't say. My first in-person contact was going to take place tonight at the event. You mean the Arrival Day event at the Earth Museum that's about to start, correct? Do you know who exactly you're supposed to talk to? Not precisely. One of the performers? They split up the instructions across 2 letters, probably as a precaution. Besides the letter you found, there was another hint in the previous one. It said my contacts works in a Category 2 profession. Listen, Stella, you know me. I was never going to do anything illegal. I was just curious. Investigating this kind of thing is not your job. You know you're supposed to report it to security. For all I know, you were trying to get in on a dissident movement that could jeopardize the whole mission. Dissident movement? You have no idea what they're about, and neither do I. Then why did you signal to them that you were interested? You think it's so wrong what they're saying? You're part of the crew, but me? The general population barely has a right to know or decide anything. And I do? This is a mission, we're all part of it. And who came up with that mission? A bunch of dipshits back on Earth that aren't even here. Some of them died years ago. I'm tired of carrying out someone else's plans. The mission is not about your personal needs, it's about ensuring the survival of our species. That doesn't change the fact we're the ones who should be making the rules. We spend our entire goddamn lives on this ship.
I couldn't believe what he was saying. I'd known for a while that Lewis was unhappy about how certain things worked on the ship, but I'd never thought he would lose faith in the mission. I knew him better than almost anyone in the general population. If his views were this radical and I didn't notice, what about everybody else? Maybe the crew was losing touch. I knew we had to face this before it got worse.
Yeah, definitely it seems like a seed is growing, but a seed to what? Hopefully we'll find out in the next episode. We'll go ahead and end it here. If y'all like it, please leave a like down below. Subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, that'd be a big help. And we'll see you next time. Later days, everyone.